Shalom, shalom, shalom. Glory, praise, and glorification to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAKODASH, BARAK YAHAWAH, BARAK YAHWASHI, HALAHYAM, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAKODASH, and praise and glorification to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAKODAsh. And of course, you know why I said the Apostle Milson teacher well. And the main topic of the lesson is can an Israelite be considered a Gentile? No? I asked chatgpt this, and here's the answer. No? Yeah, a couple things. So here it said, excellent question. Biblically speaking, an Israelite cannot truly be a Gentile by blood, but Israelite can be called or treated like a Gentile under certain conditions, especially if they lost their identity, live like Gentiles, are cut off from the covenant. No, because that would happen in the ancient world. Jacob, they weren't circumcised; they were cut off from their people. Let's get that. There you go. Genesis 9 and Genesis 17, 14. An uncircumcised man-child whose flesh of his foreskin is not circumcised, that soul shall be cut off from his people. He had broken my covenant. So only if you're not circumcised, no, you're uncircumcised. Technically, you should be cut off. No, from the people, man. No, you're not allowed to be among the congregation of Israel. No, you're cut off. You're separated. No, because you're only in the ways of the heathen. And only that's how Jacob came in the ways of the heathen. No, they didn't become circumcised. They became uncircumcised and they followed out the ways of the heathen. No, normally they start calling themselves at the heathen names. Now that's the Greek captivity. No. Get another one. Exodus 12 and 19. 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses. For whosoever eateth that which is leavened, in the soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, or be a stranger or born in the land. So only, you got cut off from the people, man. No, even if you ate leavened bread on the Passover, then you got cut off, man. No, you got cut off from the people, man. No, for eating leaven on the Passover. Here's another one. Exodus 31:14 is the last one I get. Ye shall keep the Sabbath therefore, for it is holy unto you. Everyone that defileth it shall be put to death. For whosoever doeth any work therein, that soul shall be cut off from amongst his people. So, now you do work on the Sabbath day, now you also gotta get cut off from the people, man. No? So the word, the laws of YAHAWASHI are very strict, man. No? And that will only cause a lot of people to get cut off, man. No? And separated. And what do you think they did when they were separated from the people? They obviously went to the ways of the heathen. No? No? And later on, especially during the Greek captivity, they started calling themselves after the heathen names. They became Hellenized. In terms of the Greeks, they got Hellenized. Let's show that real quick. I'm talking about it, I might as well show it real quick. First Maccabees 1, verse 52. Then many people were gathered unto them, to where everyone that forsook the law, so they commit evils in the land. Not the one I'm looking for. It probably was earlier I think it's earlier in the chapter. Hold up. Yeah, here we go. First Maccabees 1:11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we depart from them, we have much sorrow. So they went and made covenants with the heathen and followed their wicked ways. So the device pleased them well. And let's keep going. Then certain the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief, and they only became Greeks. The word Greek, the Greeks are just like a nationality, like being called American. Like for instance, Paul was a Roman, but his nationality was an Israelite. So you can be called a Greek or a Roman after these places, but you can be Israelite. And that's what they're doing. They're calling themselves Greeks, but only they're Israelites according to the lineage. Now they get another one just to show that point as well. Now we gotta know the history in this truth. Now you gotta know the history. You gotta know what happened beforehand. So you understand the mystery. The second Maccabees 6 and 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep the Sabbath days or feast days, or to profess himself at all to be a law. To be a Jew. To be YAHAWAH. Now let's also look up the term Hellenization. Hellenization. There we go. Hellenization refers to the spread of adoption of Greek culture, language, and customs by non-Greek population. And start with the dude Alexander. Hellenization, man. Going on to the Greek custom. That's what Jake did. So that's how Jake became like to the Gentiles and lost their heritage. So over the period of time, they lost their heritage. Next one. Going back to chatgpt. Going to point 2. Spiritually or socially, yes, an Israelite can become like a Gentile. And they got out Hosea 1 and 9. Then Yahweh called his name alone me, for ye are not my people, I'll not be your power. Because rebellion, Yahweh temporarily disowned Israel, especially Northern Kingdom. They became not my people, essentially treated like the heathen, treated like the Gentiles. That's what Jake did. Now became like to the Gentiles. I believe there's another one that says the same thing. In Psalms 106 and 35. But were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. So that's what Jake did. They learned their works, the heathen. And it came to the point where the Lord just just cast them off, man. And said they were not his people. They became essentially a no people. Now let's go over here to the book of 1 Peter. Now the book of 1 Peter was written to the Israelites, the diaspora. You read that here, 1 Peter 1:1. Peter, apostle Yahawashi Mashiach, to the strangers scattered throughout the Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia. And those strangers, those Israelites, it goes to the word there for strangers, the word diaspora, which means Israelites scattered throughout the region. Now going to 1 Peter 2, and verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood. Again, he's talking about to the who? The Israelites. A holy nation. So we, as Israelites, are a holy nation, a peculiar people. That ye should shew forth the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Now, so hey, now the Lord called us to the light, man, in this truth, and this wooden understanding of YAHAWASHI, man. We're becoming a royal priesthood in this truth, which in time past were not a people, but are now people of Yahweh, which have not obtained mercy, will not have attained mercy. Now, and how? Because the Lord reconciled his elect, his chosen men. Because only at the end of the day, only the Israelites got the truth in the first place. And the Israelites went off, and the Israelites got brought back. Now let's go back to Hosea 1, and let's get verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel should be as the sand of the sea, who cannot be measured nor numbered. Literally, the Israelites, they've spread 4 quarters of the whole earth, man. Innumerable. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said to them, "You are not my people." No, right now, we're not the Lord. We call not the Lord's people. We're no people. No. There it shall be said to them, "You're the sons of the living power," man. So we being recalled back to our heritage. Being brought back to who we were. Who we are. The Lord's people, man. The Lord cast us off. The Lord basically made us no people, because if we're not the Lord's people, then who are we? But now we're getting brought back to who we are. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together, and appoint themselves one head. On that head was King David, and over that head was YAHAWASHI, and obviously the Most High is YAHWAH, and he's over YAHAWASHI. And they shall come up out of the land, which land? The land of America. For great shall be the day of Jezreel. If I'm not mistaken, that means a seed of Israel. Well, actually, hold on, let me fact check that. Seed of power? Somewhere along the lines? Hold up. Hosea. Let me get that word there for Jezreel. But the main point is, we're coming back to our heritage, man. Who we are, because we lost our heritage. We lost who we were. Now, here's a word here for Jezreel. It's Yesariah. Yesariah. Yazariah. Or seed of power. Okay, yeah. Seed power. Oh, wait, hold up. Yeah, Yah means he. Zarai means seed power. He's seed power. He's the seed of the power. Okay. Yeah, so like it. He's the seed of the power. He's sowed of the power. Some one of those two. The Bible basically means seed of the power. Because only the Lord planted Israel, man. Normally at the day we were not a people, but now we can call back to our heritage, man. So let's go back to ChatGPT. Got another one, Ezekiel 20:32. And that which cometh into your mind shall not be at all, that ye say we will be as the heathen, as the families of the countries, to serve wood and stone. So Israel became like the heathen. And ChatGPT said, Israel wanted to be like the heathen Gentiles, adopted their customs and idolatry, but Yahweh rejects this idea, showing that they are not truly Gentiles, even if they act like it, which is part of reconciliation. That's Romans 11. Israel like to the heathen, the Gentiles, and be brought back. Because the Lord's only dealing with the nation of Israel. And the Lord don't lie and the Lord don't change. So if he's only dealing with the nation of Israel, the Lord only made promises to the nation of Israel. The Lord only got to redeem the nation of Israel. And those Israelite foreigners called by different names, or called Gentiles or Greeks, those are really Israelites. From other lands. In the New Testament, Gentiles can refer to Israelites in exile. Some New Testament verses use Gentiles, ethnos, in ways that scholars believe may refer to scattered Israelites who have lost their identity. Paul quotes Hosea when speaking about the Gentiles being called. In us who have called, not the Jews only, but also the Gentiles. I will call them my people, but were not my people. The Israelites, who were not called the Lord's people, who were called off, were getting brought back. Paul is likely referring to scattered Israelites among the nations who were called Gentiles, but brought back into covenant through YAHWASHI. See, ChatGPT is on point, man. And point 4, Gentile culture, not lineage. An Israelite raised among Gentiles, adopting Gentile customs, may be called a Gentile in terms of behavior or identity, but not by blood. A person from the tribe of Judah, living in Greece, who practiced Greek customs, could be considered a Gentile, even though they're Israelite by blood. That's what happened during that time. As we went into, the Hellenization, man. You know? Hey, ChatGPT is on point, man. Hey, gold star. No, ChatGPT gets a gold star. No? Now look at a couple. Now look at a scripture that shows the Lord came from the nation of Israel, man. A couple scriptures. No, because the Lord made a promise to His people, the children of Israel. Luke 1 and 7:68. Blessed be Yahweh, power of Israel, for He hath visited and redeemed His people. No, again, the people of Israel. They have raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of His servant David. And He has spake by the mouth of His prophets, which have been since the world began, that we, the Israelites, should be saved from our enemy, who the enemies of the Israelites are in that time, the one oppressing them, the Romans, the heathen, the Edomites, which have been since the world began. Oh, sorry, I read that. And from the hand of all that hate us, the other heathen, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember His holy covenant. The Lord made a promise to Abraham, to Isaac, to Jacob. The promise belonged to Israel. That's Romans 9 and 5. Now, the salvation of YAHAWASHI belonged to Israel, man. The oath which He swore to our father Abraham, man. Now, a Christian may say, oh, Scripture said to all, Christian said, thy seed to all families of the earth be blessed. No, but that's talking about the Israelites too. All the families of the earth, because Israel not only is called the multitude of nations, it's scattered across the four corners of the earth. Now read Genesis 35 and 11. Now let me get this here to show that point as well. Genesis Acts 3 and 25, start with 25. Ye are the children of the prophets, and of the covenant which Yahweh made with our fathers saying unto Abraham, in thy seed shall all the kingdoms of the earth be blessed. So, it said our father Abraham was his covenant made. But reading on, unto you first. No? Talking about who? The Israelites. Yahweh having raised up His son Yahawashi, sent Him to bless you and turn away every one of you from his iniquities. No? So that's what it means when all kingdoms of the earth be blessed. No? It went to the Israelites first who knew they're Israelites. Then went to the Israelites who didn't know they're Israelites. No? For all 12 tribes and for all Israel to be blessed. No, and let's get another one. Romans 11 and 26. Because this is only for the salvation of Israel. All this for the Israelites. Romans 11:26. And so shall all Israel be saved. So as is written, there shall come out Zion to deliver, and shall turn unrighteousness, ungodliness from Jacob. Because only, it is all for His covenant's sake they made to the nation of Israel. And the wicked olive tree in Romans 11, that's also talking about Israelites. Because again, Lord, let me just get this one, because it just encapsulates the whole point. Psalms 147 and 19. He shewed His word unto Jacob, His statutes and judgments unto Israel. He had not dealt so with any nation. And as for judgments, they are not known them. Praise ye, Yahweh Bashim Shabbat. Main point is, He showed His statutes and judgments, His word to Jacob, His secrets to Jacob, His miracles to Jacob, His promises to Jacob, His visions to Jacob. Those are the service of the Lord too. Those are the service of the Lord too, man. Jacob. He hadn't dealt so with anyone else, man. No other nation, because that says in Amos 3. In all the families of the earth, He only dealt with the nation of Israel, man. He only knows the nation of Israel, man. And that's a hard pill to swallow for these Christians, man, because that's going against their whole ideology, man. They want the heathen to be saved. They want Esau to be saved so badly. But that's a lie. Esau's not going to be saved. The Lord not dealing with the heathen. The Lord don't care about the heathen. He laid them to a drop of the bucket, man. May alone unified. Glory and praise on glorification to Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim HaQADASH, and Shalom.